Hello smazy survivors, Caedo here, bringing you the second guide for the Far Harbor expansion for Fallout 4. This guide will be about truly unique equipment you can find in Far Harbor and surrounding areas. The criteria, or what is actually considered unique, has not changed from the previous Fallout 4 Uniques guides. To be part of this list, the equipment in question must be the only one of its kind or have an explicit limited number. And before any of you choose to point out what is missing, make sure you check out the honorable mentions in the description below. Let's see what treasures Far Harbor has to give, shall we? First, and probably the most iconic armor of Far Harbor, we have the 4 Recon Marine armor pieces. These were going to be excluded, but it seems that just like power armor, legendary pieces of this do not drop from legendary enemies. Each of these are sold by merchants scattered about the island. The Recon Marine helmet is sold by Brooks in Far Harbor proper, and comes with the cunning legendary effect with a bonus of 1 agility and perception. It has over double the damage and energy resistance of a combat armor helmet. If you're looking to headbutt things without the use of power armor, this is currently your best option. Second in the Recon Marine armor set is its chest piece, sold to you by a fellow named Cog in Acadia. Just look for the mechanic's jumpsuit. What makes this chest piece special is it reduces damage while standing and not moving by 15%, otherwise known as the Titan's or Sentinel's legendary effect. This comes with a material mod standard to the rest of these pieces, the Assault Marine Armor mod, which would otherwise require Science and Armor to be rank 4. If you were to choose the Inquisitor's Marine Armor mod instead, the values between ballistic and energy resistances would just switch. So the choice between Assault and Inquisitors is primarily aesthetic. Third in this 4-piece armor set is the Recon Marine right arm. After making your way inside of the nucleus, this can be purchased from Sister Mai. The Recon right arm carries the Sprinter's legendary effect, which increases the wearer's movement speed passively by 10%. And who doesn't want to be just a little bit quicker? The 4th piece is the Recon Marine left arm. While you are still in the nucleus, take the ramps upwards and meet up with Kane. This weapons merchant for the Children of Adam will be happy to take your caps for it. A bit of an opposite of the right arm, this one has the Martyr's effect, which will temporarily slow time during combat when you hit 20% or less health. Sadly, there are no Recon Marine leg armor pieces, but I'm sure someone on the island will be happy to part with their non-unique leg armor just to make the rest look consistent. Next, and much simpler to describe, is the Hunter's Longcoat. This is worn by Old Longfellow in Far Harbor, and after you are introduced to him and shown the way to Acadia, he becomes available to you as a companion. It is at this point that you can trade with him and force him to equip something else, allowing you to freely take the Hunter's Longcoat for yourself. For apparel, this has a hefty ballistic resistance of 40 and a small radiation resistance of 2. And a bonus of 1 to perception. You know, it would be even more amazing if it was ballistic weave compatible. Oh wait, it is. Those of you looking for comic relief might want to go for the Striker. This is found in the Beaver Creek Lanes, a bowling alley just south of Far Harbor. From the entrance, there's an office upstairs to the right, and there you will find the Striker itself, a few modified bowling balls, and on the terminal behind it, the way to make the modified bowling balls. This is just a kneecapper Fat Man. The Striker is actually a mod that you can take off of it. So if you had a Fat Man that you already really enjoyed using, you could put the Striker mod right on it. To create the modified bowling balls, you will need access to a chemistry station, 1 part acid, 1 part oil, and 1 part bowling ball. Now this is not even practical damage-wise, doing just a natural 100 ballistic damage. But if you're looking to have a good time bowling over enemies, oh please do. Also, if you're looking for more bowling balls, check the bowling alley in the General Atomics Galleria in the Commonwealth. Spare no one. 7th is called the Dapper Gent, a hat that you can find in Vault 118, which is underneath the Cliff's Edge Hotel. This is to the west of Far Harbor. After getting down below, take a right when you find the fountain, and yet another right for the gift shop. Here you will meet Pearl, who will sell you the Dapper Gent. This formal hat comes with the Troubleshooter's legendary bonus, reducing the damage taken by robots by 15%. But that's not all. It has a significant ballistic resistance of 14, energy of 12, and just in case there was a question, a bonus of 2 to charisma. Even if you decide not to tip your headwear to passers-by, the amount of bonuses this hat provides are undeniable. Next is the uniform of a former courser, and that would be Chase's uniform. It is of course worn by Chase in Acadia. This can be pickpocketed from her, but like many pieces of equipment you can pickpocket, it may respawn on them after a time, allowing you to take multiples. Chase's uniform has a nice variety of bonuses, including 30 ballistic resistance, along with 15 energy and radiation resistance, and a bonus of 1 to both endurance and perception. However, this is not compatible with ballistic weave mods, so it may be best just to keep this in your collection or let a companion wear it. Next is the Robes of Adam's Devoted. If you first travel to the nucleus and get the quest Visions in the Fog, and return to complete the quest, you are rewarded with the Robes of Adam's Devoted. It has the normal damage resistance to radiation by 25, but the strange part is it seems to have an additional 20, specifically for environmental radiation resistance, which makes it special one way or another. While soaking up those rads around the nucleus, you may have also seen Confessor Tectus, wearing the High Confessor's outfit. Similar to Chase's uniform, these can be pickpocketed off of him possibly more than once. If you wish to get his outfit peacefully anyway, the High Confessor's helm provides ballistic and energy resistance by 4, while the robes will give you an energy and ballistic damage resistance of 22, and a bonus of 2 endurance. Disappointingly, also like Chase's uniform, the ballistic weave will not work on the High Confessor's robes. But since when did damage resistance really matter to Adam? After meeting up with the established factions on the island, you were given the chance to do the Captain's Dance, to gain the Captain's Hat. One of the times you return to Far Harbor, Dr. Teddy Wright will approach you and talk you into the Rite of Passage quest. Complete this and you will be rewarded with the Captain's Hat. The Captain's Hat is yet another piece of equipment that is not leg armor that has the Sprinter's legendary effect, also having a minuscule ballistic and energy damage resistance of 2 and a boost to your intelligence attribute by 2. If you were able to find yourself 2 Sprinter's leg armor pieces, put on the Captain's Hat and the Recon Marine right arm, you would have a movement speed bonus of 40%. Keep that in mind. Next is one of Adam's relics. I speak of Adam's Judgement, the unique Super Sledge variant. Sometime after you choose to help the children of Adam, Grand Zealot Richter will send you off to find a heretic. No matter what the outcome is, as long as it's successful, he will give you Adam's Judgement as a reward. One of Adam's holy relics indeed. Adam's Judgement will swing with a base damage of 44, with 100 additional radiation damage, and that's before any damage perks are applied. With that much radiation damage, it will be most effective against humans, since most everything else is resistant or immune to radiation. And also you will be able to apply the standard upgrades for a Super Sledge, the best of course being the Stun Pack requiring Blacksmith rank 3 and Science rank 1. Because being in the presence of a deity should be petrifying, or electrifying, or awe-inspiring. Also, something you can acquire from the Children of Adam is the Inquisitor's Cowl. You will receive this directly from Confessor Tectus after you complete the Witch Hunt quest. According to this one's one-of-a-kind legendary ability, the wearer's intelligence will increase with radiation, and the wiki states it maxes out at a bonus of 4 with over 300 rads. The Cowl already gives a passive bonus of 2 intelligence, so there can be a total of 6 intelligence coming from the Cowl alone. This also comes with a ballistic damage resistance of 2. Probably some of the most ornate headwear you'll find. The Legend of the Harbor, a title befitting only few, and the name of a special fisherman's outfit. If you tend to the problems of the people of Far Harbor, specifically the problems the Mariner is having, she will take you on a quest called The Great Hunt. Just before the quest ends, she will give you the Legend of the Harbor, a fisherman's outfit with the Exterminator legendary effect that reduces the damage from mirelurks and bugs by 15%. Its ballistic and energy damage resistances are 2, and it gives a perception increase of 2. It is also ballistic weave compatible. If you or your companions wish to be bulletproof while fishing and wearing proper attire, well, I guess there you go. You'll notice that there are overarching quests in each area to help the people there. The Rescue Diver's suit is received by doing just so. Get the overarching side quest for Far Harbor called The Changing Tide, and complete it by helping out the required parties, and Captain Avery will thank you personally with this diving suit. The Rescue Diver suit has 2 primary functions. Number 1, understandably, the ability to breathe underwater. It's a diving suit. Number 2, having a decent amount of radiation resistance for environmental purposes. A great combination when swimming in the waters of the island, but not really anywhere else, as the Rescue Diver suit's ballistic and energy damage resistance are each 10, and the diving suit itself cannot be upgraded at a workbench. Still, great to have for utility, and regardless of how heavy it looks, it only takes up 8 units of weight in your inventory. This next one is quite the firearm. It is called December's Child, an anomaly of its own. This is found in the lower levels of the Vim Pop factory, accessible during or after the quest Best Left Forgotten. Look for the giant vats of hopefully bubbling soda. Nearby these giant vats is a mag-locked door which opens up to an elevator. Take the elevator down to a secret medical lab protected by an AI called Kai 1.1. You must either pass the speech check or have Nick Valentine with you to open up the medical area. After you do though, next to the red trunk, you will locate December's Child. At face value, December's Child is a combat rifle. but it has extra special effects, including a conversion to 5.56 ammunition, along with a lighter effect which doesn't seem to work, and the rapid legendary effect on top of it, which is plus 25% fire rate and 15% faster reload. While the mods seem to vary on weapons like this that are picked up, December's Child's base damage would be 33, and if fully modified for automatic fire, it would jump up to 37. But the automatic receiver is simply a recommendation. The thing about the 5.56 ammo conversion on it, it still can be switched over to 38 and 308 by simply changing the receiver. The beauty of combat rifles is that they are versatile. If you figured we were done with the marine armor, there is one more piece. It is called Adam's Bulwark. This is given to you by Tectus or the new Confessor at the Nucleus, if you complete the quests Reformation or Cleansing the Land in the Children of Adam's favor. Even though it showed up for me multiple times as a chest piece, it is rumored that Adam's Bulwark also shows up as limb pieces for the armor. It is a lot like other marine armor pieces, except for the whole damage resistance and energy resistance increase with radiation. Supposedly, it will go up to 60 ballistic and energy resistance at 90% or more rads. But no matter what your build is, I'm not sure you want to take that many rads. As for the final piece of unique equipment on this list, it is Acadia's Shield, a unique synth armor chest piece variant. This will be given to you by Dima if you agree to keep his secrets during the quest The Way Life Should Be in Acadia. Giving you this armor is a way of thanks. I have yet to see another piece of armor with this bonus of +1 to agility, intelligence, and endurance. Additionally, having a pretty substantial damage resistance, with 39 to ballistic and 44 to energy. This can be modified to further increase its damage resistance stats, or different stats as modifications do. All around, if you can put up with how it looks, this armor will serve you well if you like attribute bonuses. And that is the list of truly unique equipment you can get in Far Harbor, this eerie expansion for Fallout 4. Do you have some favorite equipment you found on the island? Leave it in the comments, I'd love to hear about it. And again, if you did not see it on this list, either it did not meet the criteria for the guide, or it will be in the honorable mentions in the description below. Thank you all so very much for watching, and waiting patiently for this to come out. This is Caedo Genesis, and may you wander the island like you own it.